partner Reginald and I, we beat anybody that come to the table, so let us know when you're ready. Let us know when you're ready. But we got beat the other night by Mildred and her husband. So
where's the RVP? Because he swears he's the best spades player in town.
We have to redeem ourselves. Oh, let's go. Let's go. But I think she's bringing up playing cards because I do like spades, and it reminds me of the game of life in this government contracting space. As Stacy and Ms. Paula would tell you, the certifications help level the playing field for us. It's almost like affirmative action for businesses. The government says that a certain amount of these government contracts has to be set aside for people who have certifications. You do not have to have them, but it helps to have them. If I have the big joker, the little joker, the two of diamond, the two of spade, and I'm ace high, I'm gonna whip your tail. So it's the same thing in the government space, and that's how we look at it. So pay attention, join NAREB if you have not done that. Take Ms. Paula class number 2. We've already did the blueprint for you, so just follow the blueprint, and you don't have to start from scratch.
But there was one other nugget she gave us, right? Who did she tell us to go to really find out if we're ready for the big dogs, the 8As? Paula Watts. And we're not just screaming Paula's name because we love her, because we love her. But she has pumped out results. These results are sitting in a room with you guys. You guys are able to network with Labrescia, Stacy, Connie, you still in here? Connie. These women, they're not just talking about it, they're doing it and they're living it. You guys probably together, they probably won almost $2 billion worth of contracts in the last 2 years. Am I right? And these are all the product of GPI Institute. I mean, you guys, I can't scream it loud enough. So, and now government contracting. So how did you connect the dots between those three similar but very different types of businesses?
Absolutely. Again, Ms. Paula Watts' class, I am real estate, and even like Connie and I were going to these places and we were getting tripped up in our own mind, in our own way. We do real estate, so when we go to these industry days, what is the government going to buy what we're selling? Once I understood management and consulting, real estate is one of my verticals in my company. I'm no longer a real estate broker, I'm a management company. I can sell anything, do anything. Just understanding that lingo, I got it my own way in my head.
This girl bad, yo, I'm motivated up here, I'm ready to go. Man, so listen, there has to be times, you're a bad girl now, but what about times when maybe the political climate did slow down your REO contract and you weren't able to close as many, right? Is there ever a time in between the government contracting space, real estate space, where it might be slower, maybe your results aren't what you want? How do you handle that and what do you do?
Because I don't have one income stream, I'm not pressed. We own properties, we have multiple government contracts with the CDC, Army Corps of Engineers, Georgia Army National Guard. Once you get in the federal space, just look at like all of these different contracts or different verticals under government. So basically, I don't lead from that mindset. God is going to bless me and I'm going to keep getting contracts, if that makes sense.
Whoa, they played the music for you. You heard that? So tell us about your own path. So now I know this has been a journey for you of 20 years, and it wasn't always easy. So how did you stay in the game? What kept you motivated?
Okay, I have a loving, praying father that's in the back. My father has been speaking life in me since I was a child. And I would always ask him, Daddy, how you know God to do it? He said, He's gonna show you. And I believed it, and he told me as a child, you're gonna have your own business. I just believed what he said. And then I have a fiance. I'm a female, so I get emotional. He's like, Labrescia is not that serious. And he balances me out. Like literally, I did not have a contract. I'm not saying he's the reason, God is the reason. But literally after we started to date, that's when I started to get contracts. When it's overcrowded over here, he's a SDD or SB. Let me take you to the military bases. Let me show you something different. And he was able to do that and show me something different. That's why I say we have a lot of information, but sometimes you have to go with your connections and figure out how you want to maneuver in this government contracting space.
Man, did you hear that? So she had a support system, you guys. So when you were around, really, it matters so much. So if you don't have one, get one, because the road is not easy. I think you hear that her road wasn't easy. She just persevered. So if any of the trainings that you've taken, because we used to love, at the Empire Board, let me tell you guys something, in 2010, 11, and 12, I think Stacy Mollison and Labrescia went to every single conference. When I tell you every conference there was, they were there. And at the time, it was the only way we kept our doors open at the Empire Board. Our board actually owns our building, and we had a mortgage on it. And at that time, all of these wonderful partners that was here, it was a foreclosure crisis. They didn't have any partnership funds, so we figured it out. Stacy and Labrescia came to me and said, "We got it, KJ. This is what we're gonna do." I was coming in as president. We're gonna go on these conferences, we're gonna meet these asset managers, and then we're gonna charge everybody to get in front of these asset managers. And guess what? It worked. You guys, we worked together, we collaborated, and this is what I want you to get from this. These ladies didn't have to share this with us, but all those contacts that Labrescia is talking about, she brought them, and Stacy brought them back to the Empire Board of Realtors. We used to send Bilal to the rental place to get extra chairs. That's how many people we had that turned out for our meetings. We really probably had a fire hazard in the building, 9 times out of 10. But guess what? We made the money to keep our doors open. But bigger than that, our members got opportunities from it. So do you think we had issues getting members the next year? None whatsoever, because we brought opportunities. And I'm not saying that because I'm super great, or Stacy's super great, or Labrescia's super great, but we are. But anyway, the point is, we work together. And that's what conferences like this is all about. So Labrescia doesn't have to be here sharing all her nuggets with us, but she wants to be here. So that's the great thing about this organization. So Labrescia.
That we started out in the trenches together. Breezy and I went to so many states, doing REO conferences, USDA, not USDA, HUD and VA conferences. And it just felt so good that she reached back and said, "You know what, Big Money, that's some big names for me." She said, "I want you to have the first listing." So we've been together a long time, and I support her whatever she do, wherever she go. And like she said earlier about that 8A, all people have their own role, but do not stop supporting each other, because we're all on the train. Somebody got to be the engine, somebody got to be the
I love you. Thank you, Ms. Conley.
Hey!